Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for another one. This one's quite interesting and sad at the same time. We all want to look forever young, right? But the problem is, people are flying all over the world for risky surgeries that'll even end in death, but they just want the surgery so bad that they don't even care. They're willing to take the risk to not see the surgery end in results. But anyway, let's start it. This is crazy.
A surgically enhanced face, so what? I've always openly admitted it. I got it done. I had it done, and that's it. There's no need to hide the truth about my face from anyone. I spent over $1 million, so of course everyone should know. Otherwise, wouldn't my money have been wasted? Someone commented, "You look young and beautiful just because of plastic surgery. What's there to brag about?" Let me tell you, precisely because this came from my own hard work, it's even more worth showing off.
Wow, it came from our own hard work. What kind of hard work was you doing?
I work hard every day to make money and invest in myself. Watching myself look younger and younger gives me an amazing sense of accomplishment. I achieved on my own a life where I have money, good looks, and no husband.
Those are the key words right there. Why not? You look so good, but you ain't got this, and that. Yeah, you're still gonna lack. No matter how good you look, you're still gonna lack something in life. Like your looks, you're not gonna get everything with your looks that you think that you're gonna get.
I feel like this is the most relaxed and happiest phase of my 38 years of life.
It was as if he touched me and said my skin was as hard as a rock. Because of this, we ended our 3-year relationship. He complimented my skin, but also mentioned that my body was a type, and that he would like me to be a bit larger, maybe a B, meaning a size 1 or a little more.
What?
He compared my body to 2 stacked plates. He talked about the hardness of my body, but there is no standard for that. There is no specific value that is considered normal. The type of implant I used was chosen by him and could be softer, but to make that change, I would have to pay out of pocket to replace or reduce the size of the implant. I asked why he didn't recommend that from the beginning. He performed the procedure but didn't consider how I would feel. When we put something artificial in, we expect it to look exactly like the natural, but in reality there will always be some differences. Also, this is not an emergency surgery. Every procedure has risks, and those risks should be shared between both parties, right?
Yeah.
I'm 36 years old, and I spent $680,000 to make myself beautiful. I'm not afraid of my husband cheating. I'm afraid of not being beautiful enough.
Wow. And see, their skin, like they can't even move their mouths when they want to eat after they have the procedures done. It's crazy. It's crazy with all the pain they go through just to look a certain way that's not genetic. But hey, these are the things that a lot of men deal with, and it's their body and their choice. This is the stuff that these guys have to go through when they marry these women. So
You might wonder why I insist on getting my nose done for the 5th time at 36,
What?
and this time it also includes adjustments to my eyes, mouth, and chin.
I ain't gonna lie, it looks good, but you see a lot of good looking women out here, but you don't know what's natural and what's not. If it's even really a woman or a man.
It's because I believe that beauty is the most expensive thing in the world. For a woman, beauty is the greatest capital she can have. Recently, a phrase that deeply resonated with me was, besides beauty, everything else a woman has is empty. You might think my viewpoint is a bit extreme, but
It
not
is.
knowing the suffering of others, one should not advise them. I was born with angular bone genetics, and in college some people called me bull demon king and husband killer, which caused me a lot of psychological trauma. So, more than a decade ago when I was mocked, the very next day I went to a famous clinic in Shanghai to have a nose job and a mushroom hand surgery. Unfortunately, after the first surgery failed, I had to get repairs done every time.
And these surgeries get very expensive, especially when they fail the first 2 or 3 times. I'm like, where are they getting all this money from? Is this trust fund baby money or is this sugar baby money? What's the deal? We know they're not spending their hard-earned cash for this, but some claim they do. But I'm like, okay, what's the end result? It's like no matter what you do to your body, one day you're gonna die. Suppose you do all this surgery and you get hit by a bus or something the next day. It was just all for nothing.
Due to appearance anxiety, I lived with an inferiority complex and made my choices in relationships based on that. Appearance anxiety can indeed make one feel inferior unless you have a strong inner self. Many people comment on videos calling me a plastic surgery girl, and some even say that I'm a man.
Ooh.
These words have caused me serious psychological harm over time.
And see, that's another thing. When you start with the face or something, depending on whatever part of body you get done, Dr. Miami, you're going to want to get something else done to match the previous surgery that you had. Like, so let's say you got a BBL, but you want something to your hips or your back done. So you're just going to end up being manufactured. They call these women manufactured women, meaning there's nothing natural about them. So, but my thing is, okay, what do you do about your attitude though? You change your looks, but you don't change how you are as a person to everybody else around you, friends, family. You could look good and be ugly inside. It's like Kanye West, all falls down. The prettiest people do the ugliest things. Prime example.
It feels like I've spent my whole life trying to fix my nose. I'm a person who strives for perfection, and I believe that anything that makes me more confident and beautiful is worth it. Life is only lived once. I don't want to live it feeling inferior. Therefore, this is the reason why I'm getting my nose and a full facial overhaul done for the 5th time at 36. The repeated surgeries are actually quite exhausting. Have I become better looking than before? Yes, I'm more beautiful, but have I become more confident? Has my inner self become stronger? This recovery time after surgery has given me a chance to think about how I want to live my life going forward. In the past, due to my upbringing, I had a weak personality and lived for others, neglecting my own needs. Now, I choose to respect my own feelings, put myself first, seek my own redemption, and when I feel good, the world will treat me kindly. I hope this time I can feel complete. If I can't, this will be my last nose job because I suddenly realized that as long as I am determined enough, I can allow everything to happen. Therefore, 0.3s, no matter how old I live to be, I will always be the most beautiful.
This year I'm 43 years old. I've spent over $1 million on my face. I've done over 60 procedures on 20 or 30 different areas, but I've never had a facelift. Many people think I have, but I haven't. I don't use any beauty filters. It's the iPhone's original camera.
I'm not gonna lie, she looked good for 42. No baggy eyes, none of that. So, I mean, good for her for taking care of her skin. But see, for people in their 30s, I see a lot of people advertising in their sponsored YouTube videos of using skin creamer, to protect you from the sunlight and everything. So I'm like, okay, that's something you got to start when you're young. You don't wait till you start getting, crow's feet by your eye and everything. But yeah, good for her.
So why do people think I've had a facelift? Because at 43 years old, my skin is still pretty tight. So let me explain. I don't do facelifts because the consequences are terrifying. Not only is there a risk to life, but there's also the danger of ending up with a crooked mouth or drooping eyes. The facelift has the highest risk index. 1 or 2 years after doing it, the face drops quickly, and that skin is already dead. Remember, be very careful.
So basically, it's a waste of money. That's what it sounds like. I know people that get BBLs and everything else more than they would a facelift. Because, see, doing anything to your face is risky business because the skin dies out real quick.
2 years ago, I was advised against it by a doctor in a white coat. I had no other choice. In these last 2 years, I've been using a physical method to keep my skin from sagging so quickly. I've had fat injections 5 times. So everyone knows that fat filling can easily lead to our skin becoming loose and sagging, creating bags, including filling the cheeks. I've filled my whole face. So why, after doing so many procedures that easily lead to sagging, is my face not dropping so fast? Because I really consistently wear a face wrap. Many people say this is an intelligence tax. But even celebrities and influencers like Ming Ling and Jong Sinu wear it. If you say it's an intelligence tax, then why do you wear a bra? The bra is to prevent sagging. So, wearing it on your face has become an intelligence tax. It's something you only understand if you wear it. First, it has a scientific basis. Why do we form wrinkles? Because gravity pulls our skin down every day at a speed of 0.02. By using this upward force, we can counteract it and create a balance against gravity. You can check the real reviews, don't look at the manipulated ones, look for genuine feedback. I show you my face completely without beauty filters or retouching. Many people say, oh, look how I was before, now with 10 levels of filter. I'm showing you completely without filters. You can see everything, the red spots, the bags, everything is clear. Does my face still look tight? The wrap I use, of course, those earlier versions are all outdated. When you go to the hospital after a facelift or fat injection, isn't your whole face wrapped up?
Yeah, your face is going to be wrapped up like a mummy. A lot of people do not like to deal with the aftermath, but...
But is that really comfortable? It's too tight, you can't stand it. Now, the model I'm wearing is very comfortable, one piece. It's very easy to keep wearing. First, it has 3 ways to wear it. If you have wrinkles at the corners of your mouth, nasolabial folds, or if your eyes are starting to sag, this is very comfortable, not tight at all and soft. This cotton is milk cotton. It's the best face wrap I selected after a lot of choices. There are many types on the market now, remember this model. The butterfly design is what I think has the best comfort in every aspect, whether in its coverage while I sleep, it allows me to keep using it. If you can't stick to something, it's useless. But don't expect it to achieve facelift results if your face is already sagging badly.
So basically, you have to do it before all that even happens. So, if your face is already sagging, then it's pretty much too late to use this product. So, I mean, at least she's...
It's impossible. It only provides anti-aging effects. Consistency is key. It's like a bra. Wearing it is different from not wearing it.
So it's like a face bra. You're just keeping your face perky.
Wearing a body shaper makes a difference too.
The face you see now has all been operated on. I spent over $1 million, including my forehead, my head, which was filled with fat. Then I later had a procedure with injections, and then moved on to my eyebrows. My eyebrows were not done with surgery. They are supported by high molecular weight regenerative material, and the material I chose is of excellent quality. Inserted into my nose, in the back of my nose. I also used injections to lift the base of the nasal ligament, including the columella of my nose, and the nasal wings, which were also lengthened with regenerative material. My eyes have had 2 procedures, and the area around my eyes has also received a significant amount of...
And you know, it seems like this is going to be the new thing. As a lot of older single women, they're going to end up with younger men anyway. So they're going to pretend to look younger just so then they can have a better chance and compete with the younger women in the dating market. So that's another thing to look out for too. You just never know what you're going to get.
Of material. In fact, many people in the comments criticize me, asking how I could spend so much money. I don't think you're some extraordinary beauty. What I want to say is that everyone has a different foundation, so the appearance resulting from plastic surgery is also different. It doesn't mean that a celebrity's face or a considered beautiful face fits well on yours. On my journey to beauty, I have also attracted many beauty seekers, including my fans, who come to me to get beautiful. They recognize my aesthetic reasoning, my design philosophy, and all of us have an obsession with beauty. Many fans who meet me, at first, wonder if I will achieve the results they desire, if they will be satisfied. But at the moment I finish the procedure, they all say the same thing. This lifetime I will seek you out. I really like your personality, and you can solve what I want. It's not that I follow what the clients want to do. I help them create a plan. Each person is unique, and the plans are different for everyone. If it fits, we do it. If it doesn't, we don't. We must always invest money wisely.
Yeah, just to turn around and do it on something expensive procedure like this. But then have you noticed that none of these people said what they do for a living? Yeah, that's another suspicion. Oh yeah, you do everything online. Okay, yeah.
Do you believe I've spent over $1 million on this face? Surely no one believes that, right? Well, since 2009. It was in 2009 that I first had my nose done at a hospital in Shanghai. An implant. Pure implant. And then in 2013. In 2013, I had fat grafting done in Korea. Full face fat grafting. I had it done twice. Then in 2014, I had it filled again. So that means I had it done twice.
I mean, is this the only thing these people are worried about is how they look or how they're going to look 5 years in the future? I mean, if you eat healthy and drink a lot of water and just avoid all the smoking and alcohol, that could pretty much prolong your youth too, if you know what you're doing. That's why they tell everybody to go to the gym, exercise, da-da-da-da. You get the deal.
In total, I spent around, just the surgical costs should be nearly 200,000. Then in 2015. In 2016. My skin. I was always doing various laser treatments. Peeling.
Now, when it comes to like a hair transplant or something, like if you're losing hair like around here, I understand that. But I just feel like anything else done to your face and everything else is kind of extreme. But yeah, the money that these women spent on these surgeries, that's money they could have spent to buy a house or something, a better investment, something for the family.
That kind of exfoliation. Anyway, I used various treatments for removing spots. I did at least 3 years of laser treatments on my face. At least 3 times a year. Sometimes I would post old photos. I show them to you. And now I mainly want to talk about where my more than $1 million has gone over the past 10 years. What comes next is the double eyelid surgery I did. I originally had double eyelids. I always had double eyelids. When I went to Korea, they did fat grafting in my eye sockets. But I had too much fat. I had too much fat. So I went again. The second time I had fat grafting. When I went again, they did double eyelid surgery on me again. Because I had too much fat. My eye looked like a puffy eye. So I did double eyelid surgery again. Then in 2016, I had my double eyelids redone.
So she had some of the same surgeries done 3 or 4 times. I'm like, wow. And that's how you rack the price up.
I did it in my own country. Of course, when they did it. Because there was too much fat on top. They took it out. But when they took it out, they didn't do it evenly. Which caused this result. This fat is very hard to remove. He said the fat had already clotted.
Oh, yeah.
So it was very difficult. Which is why it looks like this now.
Yeah, you see how that one eye is kind of sticking out right there, the skin underneath the eyebrow. Yeah. So of course she's going to get that done again.
Now, I've had this eye done 3 times. And then, the eye bags. The eye bags were cut last year. I had an external excision surgery for the eye bags. And the fat grafting, besides in Korea, I had it done twice in my own country. It's not just 2 times. I went to Beijing once. And I went to Zhengzhou once too. Then, the tear trough. I filled it with hyaluronic acid. There are some lumps inside. Look, this hyaluronic acid was also used a lot for the tear trough, including the base of the notes. Both
Okay.
sides.
And see this is where these women mess up at, because they have all these cosmetic surgeries done to their tissue and their face and everything, but they don't do anything about her hands. Look how old her hands look. It's like you can pretty much tell a woman's age just by looking at her hands.
The chin. Look, everything is filled with hyaluronic acid, including that I've also had the water glass treatment done. And this area, after the water glass treatment, caused these lumps. The uneven absorption.
And another thing that's interesting is I always wanted to know what the psyche is of these people that get all these cosmetic surgeries. And a lot of them are single. That's what cracks me up. They don't have any kids. If they did have a kid, maybe one. Maybe they was married and divorced one time. But yeah, a lot of these women that are getting all these surgeries are single and never had any kids or never been in a serious relationship. So they have this young face with these wrinkled hands. So you're not going to be able to match everything up with these surgeries. Something's going to give a telltale sign that you're not the age that you look. It might be personality. It might be up here in the chest. Like you might have a young face, but then you're all wrinkled up right here. And then it's like they never do everything to get it matched because it's expensive, number one. But then, whatever.
And my lips. The philtrum was shortened last year. I shortened my philtrum. I also did the M-lips. I had the M-lips done.
Damn, this girl did
including the
everything.
upward corners of the mouth. Now there are still threads inside my mouth. I posted a video about that on Douyin. Inside there are those threads, which had inflammation before. It got so swollen inside. It caused polyps. And what else?
And a lot of these surgeries do more bad than they do good. Yeah, it looks good, but now you have all these other issues with your health. Risky surgery, side effects from having the surgery. It's just these women are willing to go through a bunch of bullshit just to look manufactured. And also, they say money can't bring us happiness because money is a tool, right? Money's not going to make you happy. Well, these cosmetic surgeries aren't going to make you happy either, especially if you almost die getting the surgery on the table.
Basically, over these 10 years, I've gone through all this. And currently, I still want to have my nose done. My nose and, the hairline. I still want a facial lift. The skin really has no hope. I've gone through so many years of treatment. There's really no way. Saying all this. That is, after so many years. Some people might say I'm getting worse. But perhaps, everyone walking this path, this pursuit of beauty will have such experiences. It's not that I'm addicted.
Yeah, you are.
But rather that I'm stuck in this abyss. If you become attractive, you want more. You see other parts that aren't good looking. Then you want to fix others. If what you did doesn't look good, you keep fixing. It's just a vicious cycle,
Ooh-wee.
I think.
Okay, I see why now.
It really is quite a snowstorm, but why are some people so eager to advise others on beauty? Whether online or in real life, there are always those types of people. Recently, when I went out for coffee, there was a girl next to me insisting that her friend should get a nose job to look prettier, and she was also suggesting hyaluronic acid inject.
And see, it's funny. A lot of these women that do this are influenced by other women. I don't even think it's toxic men that's telling them, oh, you're ugly. If you had this kind of nose or face like the Kardashians, you'll look more attractive. That's their girlfriends putting this bullshit in their ear. So that's another thing. These are women talking down to other women saying they should get this, this, and that. And of course, they're going to listen because they're going to listen to their girlfriends before they listen to their boyfriend or their husband, right? Or even family. Shit, their girlfriends are their family because they're probably all miserable together and they'll all do the same stupid shit together. Like unnecessary cosmetic surgeries. But who am I to say it's unnecessary? It's just my opinion, right? But at the end of the day, they usually end up ruining their lives because they want to keep getting the same cosmetic surgeries over and over again because it didn't go right the first few times, or they're trying to match it up with the rest of their body. Sad world. Anyway, this is Kai LaVale. Let me know what you think. This is not a womanizer video. This is just the truth. Peace.
Thank you.